Good morning, everyone. Last class we have discussed regarding the second and third part of Niyamaha. What are Shantosha and Tapaha. Some specific benefits also we have explained regarding the Shantosha, which is the Anuttama Shukhalabha, and Tapas. It will also explain different types of benefits of Tapas. Now today we will be talking the fourth limb and the fifth limbs under Niyamaha. Remember, Niyama is the second anga of Ashtanga. And under Niyama, the fourth and fifth one is called as Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana. So let's understand the fourth one, Swadhyaya. So let's see, the line is telling here, Sutra is Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayogaha. I repeat, Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayogaha. If you split the line, Swadhyayat Panchami, Swadhyayat, by practicing Swadhyaya, what will happen? Ishtadevata Samprayoga. Remember, here no asamprayoga. Samprayoga means connection, relations, or the milanam. Asamprayoga means no connections, difference. Okay, here samprayoga means connection between two things. We will be talking later. So let's understand the meaning, what is telling here. Swadhyaya, Swa-adhyaya. See, Swa-adhyaya. Swa means self. Adhyaya means study. So the word meaning stands for the self-study. Now what is self-study? We can take the two meaning from here. Self-study means study about yourself. What you did yesterday, day before yesterday, today. Please learn the mistake what you committed and make the betterment for the next day. So it's called Swadhyaya. So we will get the learning lessons. We will get the learning from our previous work so that our future can be good. This is the one sense we can take the meaning. So Swadhyaya, self-study, daily maintaining one routine, okay, routine or timetable. This is the one meaning, timetable or diary. Okay, you can plan for your days. So this is called Swadhyaya, self-study, what you have to do, what you have not to do. So this in a plan you can do. If you want to crack any exam, IPS, IAS or any other NET exam, anything, you should have a particular plan. Swadhyaya, self-study. Today I will read for 1 hour, tomorrow 3 hours, 4 hours. So Swadhyaya should be there. You know your capacity, how much you can concentrate. So it should be specific. That's called Swadhyaya, self-study. One meaning. Other meaning, the Vyakyakar Vyasa, he explained what? Like Swasmin Veda Vedantanam Shakhanam Adhyanam. Okay. Swasmin Veda Vedanta Shakhanam Adhyanam. On the Sakha, the spiritual subject, Veda, Vedanta and all these spiritual subjects are there, which is Moksha Paraka. If you read all these things, what will happen? Your Chitta will become calm and clean. Purity will come. Shuddhata will come. So if you practice, what will happen? So two things. Two meanings will come from here. One is called the normal way, self-study. So you can see here. Another, the Vyakyakara tells in this way. Swasmin Veda Vedanta Sastranam Adhyanam. The Veda Vedanta Moksha Paraka Sastranam Adhyanam Anveshanam. If you do continuously, Swadhyaya, if you do like this, what will happen? The Ishta Devata. Ishta means the desire. Devata means the, what meaning is telling here? The God or deity, you can say God, or other practical you can say Devata means your aim. Okay. So if whatever your aim is there in your life, that can be achieved. Aim means desire aim. Maybe NET exam your aim, NET, GRF or IAS, IPS, whatever the aim is there, that can be achieved if you concentrate in that way. Okay, so if you see the practical meaning, this will be there. Like we discussed the practical meaning, the making the timetable, self-study. If you plan in this way, your achievement will be there. The achievement in this way. Whatever you are planning for any, if you want to own business, opening business or any exam, so it will be easy. So your desire aim. Ishta Devata. Ishta means desire, whatever you want to get. Devata means the actual things. What your aim, that can be understood, that can be realized. Samprayoga means it will be connected. or fruitful. Okay. Whatever you are aiming, that will be fruitful. Here you are aiming for the any NET exam, any JRF exam, or IS, IPS, any bank exam, that can be fruitful if you do this kind of plan. Swadhyayat Ishtadevata Samprayoga. So this is the one meaning. Another meaning, the Ishtadevata Samprayoga means the gurus or the Rishaya. Earlier Rishaya, when all there, their Sanidhya will be there to you. You can understand them very easily. Okay, so that strength will come to you. So that's called Samprayoga. Samprayoga means the connection between you and the Devatas. Okay, Ishta Devata, you and your Ishta Devata will become one. Here Ishta Devata stands for the different types of gurus, Rishaya, and the spiritual person. If you practice continually Swadhyaya. So this is the meaning of the Sutra explained here. Please keep in mind and please maybe note what is the meaning explained in the Sutra is the connection Samprayoga can be done, can be possible between two things, you and your Ishtadev. How it's possible? By practicing of Swadhyaya, self-study. Self-study can be two types. One is called the study about yourself, whatever the things you had yesterday, today you are having. So how can you enrich tomorrow? So that purpose you should make one practice. That's called Swadhyaya. One meaning. Second meaning explained here Vyasa, like study about the Moksha Paraga Sastra, Veda, Vedanta, all this Sastra Adhyana. If you do, Ishtadevata Samprayoga will be there. The connection will be done with Ishtadevata. And Ishtadevata, it may be, if you see the practical meaning, it may be any kind of exam, already told NET exam, JRF exam, any exam will be there. Or if you take the bookish meaning, that will be the Guru Rishya Devanam Darshanha. Remember, so Devanam Samprayoga Deva, our aim is Asampragyata Samadhi. So the Samprayoga Deva is not the ultimate one. Okay, if the Samprayoga happen, the connection happen with the Deva, this also one kind of Siddhi. You need to go beyond the Deva. Okay, so Deva is related to the Asampragyata part. If you understand who is Deva, if you get the connection with those kind of spiritual person, Guru, and the Shikshaka, so that is not the ultimate, that is the Sampragyata Samadhi only. So you need to going on practice. That is called the Samprayoga. So that is the whole meaning of this sutra. Hope you understood. Next, see. Now, this is the fifth limb under Niyamaha explained. That is Ishvara Pranidhanam. So let's see what is written here. Samadhi Siddhi Rishvara Pranidhanat. Samadhi Siddhi Rishvara Pranidhanat. If you split Samadhi Siddhi Ishvara Pranidhanat. See, remember here Ishvara is there. Okay, Ishvara Pranidhana, Sandhi is here. So Samadhi Siddhi. Samadhi can be done. Samadhi can be achieved. Samadhi can be achieved. Okay, Samadhi Siddhi means establishment. Okay, establishment. Samadhi Siddhi can be done by what? By practice of Ishvara Pranidhanam. And what is Ishvara Pranidhanam? In first chapter 23 to 29 already explained regarding the Ishvara, like Ishvara Pranidhana Dva, Klesha Karma Vipakashe, Apramishta Purusha Visheshwara, who is free from the Klesha Karma Vipakashaya and all this. Then Tatra Niyatishayam Sarvagya Vijam, who is Niyatishaya, there is no Atishaya. Again, Purveshamapi Guru Kalana Anavacheda, he is the oldest Guru. All this line explained there. Then they explain like the Shavachaka Pranabha, the symbol of Pranabha is like Om. So all these things they explain. Plus Tajapa Tadartha Bhavana, we need to do Japa of Ishvara. That also explained. And at the end, the benefit of Ishvara explained like Tatha Pratyeka Chetana Adhigamapi Antaraya Amapascha. So the first chapter 23 to 29 regarding the Ishvara explained. The first sutra, if you see here, the 23 one explained here, Ishvara Pranidhana Dva. If I write here, Ishvara Pranidhana Dva. So by practice of Ishvara Pranidhana, that will happen. That will happen means the Samadhi will happen. In that context, they explain like Abhyasa Vairagya and all these things explained there. So if you do not do Abhyasa Vairagya, you can go for this practice also, Ishvara Pranidhana Dva. By practicing Ishvara Pranidhana also, you will get the Asampragyata Samadhi. the Nirvicha Samadhi. So here the Ishvara Pranidhana. Let's understand the meaning here. Ishvara Pranidhana. So here the Samadhi Siddhi means which Samadhi here? Asampragyata Samadhi. Remember. Okay, Asampragyata, which is called the ultimate one. That can be possible by practice of Ishvara Pranidhana. Now you may get small doubt here. The Niyama comes under Ashtanga Yoga. And Ashtanga Yoga deals with Sampragyata Samadhi. I already discussed in last class. Like all these 8 limbs can be divided into 2 parts, and at the end last 3 limbs, last 3 anga, Dharana Dhyana Samadhi, they call us Antaranga. In case of Sampragyata Samadhi, if you go to the Asampragyata Samadhi, they will become the Bahiranga, external practice. But so that the all 8 limbs comes under Sampragyata only, they helps to reach the Sampragyata Samadhi. So if you continuously practice Sampragyata Samadhi, that leads to Asampragyata Samadhi. This is established, we already discussed. Now why these things, Samadhi, this Ishvara Pranidhana under Niyama is telling Asampragyata Samadhi? So this is, remember, this is the one shortcut tricks. Shortcut tricks to reach Asampragyata. Okay, that's why in first chapter explained 1.23 Ishvara Pranidhana Dua. Again here explained here Samadhi Siddhi Ishvara Pranidhana. The Samadhi can be Siddhi, established, can be achieved. By which kind of Samadhi? Here Asampragyata. Remember, I already explained here Asampragyata, several times I am talking. So this is the very important point in case of NET exam, YCB and any other exam, interview exam also. So Samadhi Siddhi possible through Ishvara Pranidhana. Let's understand the meaning here. What is Ishvara Pranidhana? Ishvara features we already explained, who is free from all these things in first chapter. Pranidhana means Purna Rupena Dhyana, means surrendering. If you surrender to Ishvara, means you are practicing whatever you can do, whatever you can be done by you. You are doing that things. Then at the end, that things you will be dedicated to Ishvara. I will fully surrender to Ishvara. Ishvara means the ultimate one. This is Ishvara is the 26th entity in yoga. Okay, so at the end I am surrendering to Ishvara. Whatever he will do, he will do. So in that way, if you do work, automatically the Samadhi can be attained, can be achieved. Here, which Samadhi? Asampragyata Samadhi. Okay, so if you conclude the Sutra, what the meaning is standing here? By practicing of Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhana means fully dedications or fully surrendering to Ishvara. Purna Rupena Dhyana Pranidhana. Purna Rupena. Okay, Purna Rupena. If you fully dedicate, if you fully surrender to Ishvara, before surrendering you should do up to your capacity. If you do like this, what will happen? Samadhi Siddhi. Samadhi means the aim of yoga is Samadhi or Kaivalyam. So that's Samadhi, the Asampragyata Samadhi, or you can tell here the Kaivalyam also. Okay, Kaivalyam or Asampragyata Samadhi, this is Siddhi will be there, or establishment will be there. So he can attain Asampragyata Samadhi by the practice of Ishvara Pranidhana. Even though it comes under a Niyama, it comes under Niyama obviously. And this is the shortcut tricks. Remember here, I already mentioned here. Let me change the color, you can understand here. See, this is the shortcut technique or trick to reach the Asampragyata Samadhi. Okay, you can no need to practice any kind of Yama, Niyama and all these things. Yama, Ahimsa, Satya, no need to practice. If you practice the Ishvara Pranidhana, automatically Asampragyata Samadhi will be done. So this is how the line is explained here. Hope you understood. If you have any doubt, you can inform me. Yes, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.